was born into a broken world. Never really had any family, nor friends for that matter. I was raised in back alleys and junkyards. I had to learn how to take care of myself. This is who I am.
I don't understand how he sleeps so much.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Let's go.
My name is Paul WarfieldV. I was born in Shreveport, Louisiana, into a military family, and I have had a pretty average life.
This is stale.
Growing up, I had to move around a lot, so I never really had much in the lane of consistency. Only two things were my family and movies. My sister and I would constantly make little home movies with our friends or at camps. They weren't Wes Anderson or anything, but they were really fun to make, and I wanted to keep making them. However, there was something holding me back. Because of my family's history with the military and being pilots, there was a lot of pressure on me to keep the legacy going. The big question everyone would always ask is, am I going to keep it alive? I didn't want to let down everyone's expectations, but I didn't want to go into something I didn't like. I was always an art kid. I preferred making things. I want to be a bunch of creative things, from a Lego designer, to a comic book writer, to a YouTuber, to an author. The list goes on. One day I sat down and watched Back to the Future for the first time with some friends. I fell in love with it instantly, and a thought formed in my head. I love movies, and I've had fun making small ones before. What if I made them into a career? But back came in that pressure of my family legacy. Eventually I brought this up to my parents, and they were completely understanding. They said they wanted me to do what made me happy, and they even bought me my first camera.
It was always interesting with Paul because the expectation was he's a Paul Tibbets, and his father, his grandfather, his great-grandfather all served in the military. And Paul was always, he's always quiet about it, but we knew from almost the beginning, because of just his interest, that he wanted to go into the creative arts. He didn't want to be in the military.
Right, he and his sister were always making movies, and he was always building with Legos or trains or whatever it was. He always liked doing artsy kind of things.
Yeah, and I remember when he came to us one day, and I think he was a little worried about it. He's like, "Well, I don't want to go in the military. I want to go into the creative arts, like film. I want to be a film director." And that was it right there. And we're like, "Well, then let's take a look and see where the best place for you to go is." And Full Sail was it for him. He was super excited about going to Full Sail and studying what his dream was for him.
I think he's known that since 7th or 8th grade that's what he wanted to do.
Right, and now he's pursuing his dream, so it's fantastic.
Yeah, and we're proud of you.
Yeah.
This sent me on a mission to keep this dream alive. I researched the best and most classic movies, looked up info on the industry, took classes, made my own videos with my friends, anything and everything. Eventually I stumbled upon an ad for a promising looking school in a sponsored Jax Films video. What school was it, you might ask? Full Sail University. I mentioned it to my parents and we got a tour, and I finally felt like this was the path I needed to take. I may not carry on the legacy directly, but I can think of other ways to do it. And with a fine stroke of irony, there's still a plane right above me.